Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage, and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum. Before we jump into the price action, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Okay, so we've had this nice strong move up, but does this mean that we're in the clear? We're going to be discussing a couple of things within this structure here and a couple of possibilities of things that we can still play out. So we were initially looking for the possibility of actually coming down and forming this B wave to the downside here. We were also talking about how we need to be careful because this high point here could be the completion of a corrective move from further back. We were looking at this potential for a fourth wave. So, this could still just be an A, a B, and then a C wave into this high, and we could actually look to break down one more time. So we need to be aware of that fact. There's nothing confirmed at the moment. It is a good start if we're looking for that potential of continuation to the upside, whether this is an A, B, or a C, or alternatively, if we do push up high enough, this could become a one, this could become a two, and then we could get a bigger third wave. But that would mean that we would have to move up much higher towards the zone of this 2,986 region. So we're not there yet. So what do we have available to us? So within this structure, yeah, what we're looking for is the potential. We were looking for some more bearish options where I'm going to actually just pull it up here. So this option has been, not this one. Yeah, so this one has been invalidated just because we have come up too high for this fourth wave here. So we were looking at that possibility of having a series of ones and twos within this. So the alternate way we were looking at it was actually that we were looking for this as potentially a one, two, three, four, and then a five. So that has also invalidated. However, there is still potential for downward price action here. The way we would have to look at it would be in this way, though, now, where we treat this as a 1 and a 2, and potentially a 1 and a 2. So you may ask, well, how can you look at this as a five-way move? So if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking at this as an extended fifth wave, it actually comes down to that 1.618. So this is a common zone if we get an extension within a fifth wave. There is other ways to count this move, but we did come down to this 1.618. So we need to be aware that this could be a five-wave move with an extension in the fifth wave. So the fact that either we would then treat this as an A, a B, and a C, and that would be completed, or alternatively, this could be setting up for a bigger decline here, where we form a 1, 2, this becomes a 1, 2. So we need to be careful. For as long as we fail to break this 1677 and this high point up here of this 1742, we need to be aware that these could look to break down. The subwave counts within this would indicate it potentially has a little bit higher to come here. Potentially the 1628 would be an interesting zone. That would be a 786 retracement. 854 would be probably higher up here towards a 1650. So if we do move up one more time, potentially we could see that. Though really, until we actually cross 1677, we need to be aware that this could always just break down in a bigger impulse here as well. So we need to be aware that this could be an A, this could be a B, and we get a C, or alternatively, this could become a 1, 2, 1, 2. And if we do get a deeper move down here towards this 1166, then we could have a bigger five-wave structure playing out where this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And we actually look to take these lows of this 1075. Obviously, once we get better structure here, we'll be able to pinpoint the lower area for this. But what I'm looking for here is just to see whether we manage to maintain below this 1676 region, 77 region, and then actually look to push down one more time here. So this is the way that I'm currently looking at it as a potential for an impulse to the downside. It hasn't confirmed yet, so it is just something that is being tracked currently. The other way that we can look at this basically is that we would have looked to complete a three-wave move down into this low. And effectively, what we'd then be looking for would be this potential of this B wave. And this is looking at this as an A, a B, and a C to the downside. So what we need to be aware of here is we do have potential within the structure to push up a little bit higher. but we are also in that we've come up to that 702 range. So within this structure, we can argue that technically speaking, this B wave could turn around and complete at any point within here. The way that I'm currently looking at it on the subwave counting would be something like this. So let me come in here into the 1 hour. So this move here leaves a little bit up to interpretation at the moment. We can argue a couple of things. We could look at this as just an A wave up here, and then we have this as an A, B, C, D, E as a triangle within a B wave location, in which case then we just have this as a 1, 2, potentially a 3, looking for a fourth and a fifth wave. So if this is the case, what we're looking for is this support to hold in this 1579 region to this 1532 area. If we do manage to hold that support there, potentially then we can look for this continuation up one more time for a fifth wave, potentially into the zone of this 1666 to this 1639. So an area of interest, if we do move up there, would potentially be the 1655 at a 786 retracement of the whole move down. Alternatively, if we do push up a little bit higher here, potentially this 1671 area, 1680 potentially, depending on how long this takes, could bring us back up into this channel, and that could be an interesting situation. It could be a retest of this B wave high, and then actually look to potentially continue down. So depending on how high we come here, this option would allow for basically a move down again in a C wave. And we'd have to be careful on this move to the downside because, like I said, potentially if we do see something like this playing out, what we could get is that additional 1 2 1 2, and then we actually look to break much deeper. But if we fail to become an impulse to the downside, what I'd be looking for, so primarily if we do complete this as a move up here into the 1666, what I'd be looking for then would be to see whether this 1502 area to this 1424 area holds. If we fail to hold this and we break past this 1368, then basically I would be looking for this lower range here, potentially coming back down and retesting some of these lower targets within the support box that we've been looking for this B wave. It would be this potential 1293 to this 1192. If we do break down deeper and start to lose this 1192 range, effectively it would become less likely that we are going to see that continuation to the upside with that C wave. So there's no confirmation for the C wave to the upside yet. We are waiting to see how we get what structure develops here. However, we need to always bear in mind we are within that common retracement area. This could turn around. It could have even turned around from this 1367, but we do not have enough information because, like I said, we can potentially count this as a three-wave move down, which has come into a 50% retracement, which could then mean that actually this is a completed correction. And then from there, we could actually look to rally to the upside, but there isn't enough information to confirm that yet. So we need to just be aware there is always that potential for downside. If we do manage to find support within this zone, this 1502 to this 1424, I wouldn't rule out that possibility of having another push to the upside, potentially in a C wave, where we then actually form this as an A, a B, and then we come down later for that C. So we'll have to keep an eye on this move. Even if we do push up towards the 1773 and take this high again, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's trend continuation. This could just be a corrective move where we form a flat correction here for wave 2 potentially, where this becomes A, B, or for the B wave rather, and then we get something like this as an expanding flat. Or alternatively, if we do get a running flat, potentially we could look to just come back and not break this A wave low. So this is what I'm looking for sort of on the bigger picture here, where there's not enough confirmation that, this is a low in here. We can, however, argue that potentially within the structure, it could develop into a 5-wave move to the upside. And the way that, let me just remove this other count. The way we could actually do this is if we do get an additional support coming here. So like I said, there's a couple of ways of reading this. This isn't my favorite interpretation of the move, and this bottom bit here is a little bit tricky to count as an impulse. However, if we do get a move up like this, and we do get this additional fifth wave here, if we do manage to find support again in this zone of this 1524 to this 1589, potentially what we could see is an additional fifth wave come into play here, in which case then we could potentially count this as an impulse because we would have five-wave structure here. And then from that point, what we'd be looking for is basically to see whether we manage to find support again. Within this 1520 to this 1431 region. So basically, in a nutshell, if we do form five-wave structure up here, the idea is if we have a low in place here at this 1368, we have no business coming back below there. If this is a completed B wave down, we should be looking for continuation to the upside. And what we'd want to see is this whole move play out to the upside here, potentially into the bottom of this channel, looking for that three-wave move to the downside for support, coming back into this zone of this 1520 to this 1431, and then potentially looking for continuation to the upside here. So the thing is, once again, even if we do get this play out where we get this as an A, B, and we push up again for a C wave and we do take this high, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is a bullish structure as of yet. We would have to move up substantially, and if we just theoretically say we come back to that 618, we'd actually have to have a move above this 20,830, so 22,883 dollars. I'm thinking about BTC. Basically, we'd have to move above this 1618 and then find evidence of that fourth and a fifth, and then that could look to actually be that bigger A, B, C pattern, which could actually look to target up towards this 22,216 area. So this is what we're currently keeping an eye out. If we are actually starting that C wave to the upside, we don't have enough confirmation yet though, but there is some potential here. So we need to see how this plays out. We do maintain this zone, this 1532. We can continue to look for that evidence of this fifth wave to the upside. If we do get this fifth wave up, then what I'd want to see is whether we actually get another three-wave move down, potentially coming back and retesting this area here, and then an additional fifth wave to the upside. If we do get something like that play out, then what I'd be anticipating is a bigger retracement down. And then that would basically be saying to us that, okay, so we need to find support in this 1431 to this 1520 area for that bullish perspective where we could look to continue up. If we, however, lose this 1368, then basically I would be looking for a few things to the downside to see what is the next move. Basically, if we only move down in a three-wave move or even a five-wave move, but that fails to actually move down past. I need to just throw this other one out for a second here. Where is it? There. Move past this 1166. If we fail to move past that 1166, then basically I'll just be looking at this as a three-wave structure. And my target for that would then potentially be towards this 1293 at a 1-to-1. And then if it extends slightly down lower, potentially towards this 1192. But it would have to, you would have to monitor the internal legs of this wave to get a better idea. But basically, the idea would be that we'd actually be coming back and looking to retest potentially this key zone of support that we have here, which is sitting, I mean, it's quite a range, but, potentially between this 1285 to this 1253 range. Could be somewhere that we could see, and that does tie up kind of with this golden pocket here. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on. If we do actually look to move down lower, potentially that could be our key zone. And if we do move down too low, then we need to be on the lookout for these additional fourth and fifth waves to play out. If they fail to play out, then this could just be, like I said, an A, a B, and a C. Technically speaking, we can come down to this 1618 with a C wave. and then not form this fourth wave, and then it could just be an A, B, and a C. So we'll have to monitor the move if it starts to reject to the downside here. Though, we also have to bear in mind that if this is a corrective structure down, and we are looking at rather something like this, technically speaking, we could see some more sideways action here where this becomes an A, we come back, find support, and push up for B, for a C, and then it starts to look a bit more like this wave in time. So, we can see this extend out a little bit. It doesn't technically need to just reject down straight away from here. We might move up here, find support on that retracement, push up one more time, and then look to reject. So this is going to be sort of a key zone. If we fail to hold this 1368 though, then yeah, we'd be looking for these lower targets down here. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. As well as that, there are affiliate links for PrimeXBT and BYBIT down there, both great exchanges that we use when we do our trading. Check them out. If you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care out there.